Hello friends, my name is Natalia Porsche and I am an immigration attorney who is based in Biloxi, Mississippi. And in this video, I will tell you how you can stay in the United States legally by applying for certain visas, for example, T visa or U visa. Those visas, they were enacted by Congress in order to protect innocent victims of criminal activities who are undocumented foreign national in the United States. Keep in mind that for certain people here, foreign nationals, in order to receive U visa or T visa, you have to do a waiver. For example, if you're inadmissible for one reason or the other into the United States, you have to do a waiver and complete a form 912 in order to apply to receive and be approved for a U visa, for example. Okay, so that's the ground of admissibility. That's the first hurdle that you can face in your application for a U visa. Number two, you must have certificate, right? So a form which was certified by a law enforcement official, and there are certain requirements that this person who will be certifying your certificate, who will be completing your certificate for a U visa, this person must meet certain, it has to be a law enforcement official, for example, the supervisor in a law enforcement agency, in a police department, for example, or this person can be a judge, or this person can be even a prosecutor. So you have to meet certain requirements in order to have this certificate completed, right, by a person who is authorized to complete this certificate, which you will have to attach to your U visa application with USCIS. Now, also keep in mind that this is very important, that you have to be a victim of certain crimes. It doesn't have to be a crime which is ongoing, that investigation is ongoing, and it can be a crime that occurred in the past, for example, right? And you was helpful and you assisted law enforcement in investigation of that crime. Okay, so you have to be a victim of certain crimes in order to qualify for a U visa, right? Then you can go to USCIS website to find out more about these crimes. And of course, I know that one of the crimes very, very popular, but very, let's say, common, unfortunately, is the crime of domestic violence. So if you were a victim of domestic violence, then definitely you can file this U visa certificate. And the crime has to occur here in the United States, right? There are certain, you also, if you're outside of the United States, you also can apply for a U visa. However, there are certain requirements that you have to meet in order to apply for a U visa if you are seeking entry from outside of the United States, right? We keep in mind that U visa and T visa, they are non-immigrant visas. However, you can receive a green card with those visas if you meet certain requirements, if you follow the procedure. But of course, getting approved for U visa, it does take a long time, right? So if you're looking for a work permit, and you should, if you're here in the United States, you should get a work permit, you should get your driver's license and social security card if you were a victim of certain crimes and you qualify to apply. So it's very important, if you need to get your work authorization, you have to submit for work authorization form, right, with USCIS. And you can file that form along with your application for a U visa and certification from law enforcement agencies. Okay, so again, you must be, in order to be qualified for a U visa, you have to be a victim of certain crimes. You have to provide assistance to law enforcement, that you have to be cooperative, you have to provide information, and etc. Right? Number three, you must get a certification from a law enforcement agency. Certification is very important, because without certification, don't even bother filing for U visa, because you will not get approved. Okay, you have to have a certification. Number four, work permit. Of course, work permit, like I already mentioned. Now, why you're eligible to get a work permit when you apply for a U visa, if you are approved for U visa? Because likely you will be eligible if you are approved for deferral action, right? So that's why it's probably very smart, if you file an application for U visa, along with that U visa, to submit application for work permit authorization. Like I said, U visas, they take a long time here in the United States, a long time. Therefore, you have to have some documents here, right? And keep in mind that U visa, T visa, and T visa, this visa is for victims of human trafficking. If you were a victim of human trafficking, you was trafficked into the United States, let's say as a child or as an adult, and you were a victim and you reported a crime, and so therefore you can apply for a T visa, okay? Unlike the U visa, with T visa, you don't need to get certification from law enforcement agency. And I'll make another video about T visa. So it's very important to contact an experienced immigration attorney, because U visa's process, it's very, very complex, right? So certain law enforcement officials are not willing to give you a certificate, or for one reason or the other, right? So that can be also a hurdle to overcome in obtaining a U visa. Also keep in mind that with new administration, with President-elect Trump, who will take an office in about 60 days, the 20th of January, you have to make sure that you apply for U visa or T visa before that. Why it is important? Because likely everything will be changed after when he takes the office, and these visas might be, eliminated. So therefore, it's very important to consult an experienced immigration attorney before, 20th of January, even before that, as soon as possible, because visa application takes time. It takes time to get law enforcement certification, to get all the documents in order. Also, if you have been convicted of certain crime here in the United States, you must get disposition order from the court where your charges were pending, right? So also that's additional thing that you will have to be fingerprinted, okay? And you have to run your FBI background check and see if you have anything outstanding, right? If you have been convicted of certain crimes. And keep in mind, guys, misdemeanors, traffic violation, DUIs, speeding tickets, any traffic tickets is a crime unless it's non-moving violation. You have to report everything, because guess what? When you go for fingerprints with U visa already, right? So they will run your background check. And if you fail to disclose something, then you're gonna face an additional problem that, you did not disclose certain things on your application. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, put thumbs up. And like I said, try to apply for your visa as soon as possible. At least you will preserve your right to apply before something might happen with U visa and T visa. So if you need an advice from an immigration lawyer, you can call my office. The phone number is down below. It's 228-229-7500, or you can go to my website as nataliaporschlawfirm.com. You are welcome to give me a call and schedule your consultation so we can see if you're eligible to apply for U visa. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're watching me on YouTube, put thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.